An autopsy was scheduled for this morning for the woman killed in a Sullivan County standoff situation with police Wednesday evening. Wednesday afternoon, officers were called to the Sullivan Days Inn on reports of an unruly guest. The woman reportedly made some questionable statements and refused to leave the hotel. She barricaded herself in a room. Officers obtained a master key and found the woman was armed with a gun. Additional manpower was called, including the ISP emergency response team. A warrant for felony intimidation from a judge was received. Gunfire was exchanged.
The Indiana State Police ERT did make entry to the room after several commands and negotiating failed. Once the ERT was in the room, again, the individual brandished a firearm, pointed at the officers, and that's when an exchange happened.
The identification of the victim will be released at a later date. In the southern part of the county, 2 people are dead and more than 500,000 people without power. Southern part of the country, rather. Now, Tropical Storm Michael moved ashore Wednesday at Category 4 strength. You're looking at pictures from Panama City, Florida. The storm made landfall Wednesday afternoon in nearby Mexico Beach with 155 miles per hour winds. It's the strongest hurricane in recorded history to hit the Florida Panhandle. FEMA rescue crews say they have a busy day ahead of them.
We were able to get some search and rescue crews in late last night. Obviously, nightfall limits, what we can do there. So today is a big day for us when it comes to truly helping people and trying to prevent further loss of life as a result of, what the Gulf Coast has been through.
FEMA is working with the National Guards of the state of Florida and local first responders. Well, Indiana State University is starting a conversation about sexual assault. This in light of recent debates over the highly publicized Brett Kavanaugh hearings. University officials say the current climate surrounding sexual violence is difficult, but that young people are one of the biggest populations that need to talk about the issues and feel they're being heard. According to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, 20 to 25% of women and 15% of men will experience forced sex during their time in college. And over 90% of those assaults will go unreported.
We know that how someone heals is very dependent on how the first person they tell reacts to them. So if the first person they tell reacts to them with disbelief or uncaring, their healing process is going to be damaged. If the first person they tell says, "I believe you, what can I do to help?" their healing is going to be exponentially better. And that's why we have victim advocates, is so that we can say to them, "I believe you."
Now, there are several reasons why victims are reluctant to report sexual violence. Knowing their perpetrator can be a factor, as well as the amount they had to drink at the time of the assault. But at ISU, there are victim advocates on campus specially trained to listen to those victims. Well, in recent years, the Vigo County community has debated the need, cost, and location of a new Vigo County jail. The process seems never ending, but recently, county commissioners said they will submit plans to a federal judge for a location at the old International Paper property. That location was at one point taken off the location possibilities. One county councilman has been vocal about what he says is a lack of communication between county officials and the public. Brendan Kern says one example of that is that commissioners hired a firm to conduct a jail feasibility study. Stage 2 of that study goes over alternatives to incarceration, including programs for drug and alcohol, mental health, and the homeless population. He says officials expected to have that information by now, but they still don't.
I think if this phase 2 indicates that we need to invest in something like that, then that adds efficacy to the argument, and you're more apt to get something in place.
An executive session will take place tonight for county officials to go over plans for the jail progress. Well, now on to an uplifting story around the valley. 2 4th graders are being hailed heroes after their impressive knowledge on how to use CPR. Lane Griffin and Zach Barnes saved a kindergartner at Ernie Pyle Elementary. The boys were sitting at breakfast when they noticed a young boy choking on cereal. That's when the boys jumped out of their seats and started performing life-saving procedures. A few hard pats on the back and the boy was okay. But they don't teach CPR in the 4th grade. The boys said they learned it from their parents and YouTube.
We asked the lady why we were receiving so much attention.
So we were just doing our job. We were helping somebody in the need of help.
Some good skills to have. Now, Lane and Zach hope that we can all learn a lesson from their experience and always help a fellow person whenever we can.
Local news that matters with Dana Winkleplack and weather with Alyssa Andrews. You're watching WAWV News at Noon. Your Weather Authority brought to you by Dorset Ford. Drive it home with Dorset Ford, Marshall, Illinois. Dancing with the Terre Haute Stars, brought to you by First Financial Bank, is coming to the Rose Home and Sports and Recreation Center on Friday, October 12th. Meet the stars: Megan Maxey, Daniel Pigg, Amy Hawk, Billy Joe Henry, Kevin Lambert, JT Jeffries, Jeff Hauser, Kylie Dunkley, Becky Boozy, Sadie All, Curtis DeBon, Jocelyn Bean, and Amanda Wolf. Log on to kconline.org to vote for your favorite dancer.
Over 100,000 people have came and experienced Camp Ileana over the years. It just continues to be a life-changing place today. I do want to thank Graber Post for their awesome sponsorship of Camp Ileana. Just generous people that give back all the time, and they do great work. They employ a lot of people, and they're just quality, quality, quality. You can't go wrong with them.
Sycamore fans, Greg Lansing here to tell you about the newest ticket package this season, the Flex 5 plan. With your Flex 5 purchase for $90, you will receive 5 lower-level ticket vouchers redeemable for any game, excluding January 19th. You can use all 5 for one game or spread them out all over the course of the season. For more information, visit GoSycamores.com.
Hey Sycamore fans, this is Cooper Neese, and cannot wait to see you guys in the Holman Center this year. March on.
You're passionate about sports, and with the sport management program at Lincoln Trail College, you can turn that passion into a career. We'll show you the business side of sport, and you'll leave LTC prepared to be a leader in one of the world's fastest growing industries. You'll work closely with our teams and get on-the-job training through our internship program. Apply for free today at iecc.edu/GoLTC and let the trail be your path to success.
Your Weather Authority brought to you by Dorset Nissan. Check out the all-new Nissan lineup from your Award of Excellence dealer. This is local news that matters. WAWV News at Noon continues.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
The Los Angeles County coroner has ruled Austin Powers actor Vern Troyer's death a suicide, essentially saying he drank himself to death. Troyer died last April at age 49, 3 weeks after being hospitalized for alcohol poisoning. A judge has ordered Real Housewives husband Joe Giudice to be deported back to Italy. This after he's done serving his prison sentence for bankruptcy fraud and failure to pay taxes. Giudice is an Italian citizen, though he's lived most of his life in the U.S. He's due to be released in March. His wife Teresa spent almost a year in prison on similar charges.
Smiles are a little gift we give each other.
Jim Carrey's comedy Kidding is getting a second season at Showtime. He plays a beloved children's TV star whose personal life is falling apart. Season 1 wraps up November 11th.
You do realize that you're betting everything on being able to pull this off. Yeah.
Netflix is going back to the Ozarks, ordering a third season of the Emmy-nominated drama starring Jason Bateman and Laura Linney. Ozark Season 2 started streaming a little over a month ago.
Thank you, Jesus.
And it's a good week for Cardi B, winning several American Music Awards, and today, it's her birthday. The rapper's turning 26. And Riverdale and Beverly Hills 90210 star Luke Perry turns 52. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Instagram is cracking down on cyberbullying. According to the company, new technology will proactively go after bullying and harassment on the platform. That includes images and captions that compare, rank, or rate a person in a negative way. Those posts will be sent to Instagram's community operations team for human review. This move is just one way the company is trying to combat bullying. Starting this week, a bullying comment filter is being applied to live videos. The tool blocks offensive comments and removes spam. Users can also turn off comments on individual Instagram posts and block posts with certain keywords. Some good efforts there because nobody likes a web troll.
No, not a web troll.
Mean comments. No.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
As long as it's used right, those blocking features.
Right.
Because part of it's like, I don't know.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah,
in
a
a
little
way.
censoring, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it gets ridiculous though. All the bullying and the junk you can see on social media sometimes. So
no, thank you.
It's just exhausting. All right, guys, it is getting cold around here. We've even got a little bit of a wind chill. So we are going to talk about the cooling at temperatures. Look at that, 20 degrees cooler in some locations. More when we come back.
I'm sick of being told I can't. You can't stay up late. You can't eat ice cream for dinner. Last time I checked, this is America. And I'm an American, not an Americant. That's why Forever Buildings invented the American Building Package. 562 square feet of pure freedom, baby. What can you do in your new American building? You can change the oil in your car. You can cut a deer. You can play poker with the guys. Right now, get the American for only $156 per month. But you gotta call now.
MyWabashValley.com is the official home of the Hoosier Lottery. Get the results of the Powerball and the Mega Millions at the click of your mouse. Find out if you've won it big on the Valley's web portal, MyWabashValley.com.
At Greene County General Hospital, our experienced team of caring professionals are here to care for you when you need us. We offer 24-hour emergency services, full-scale surgical services, women's health services including 3D mammograms and obstetrics delivered by board-certified obstetricians, cardiopulmonary rehab, radiology services including MRI, primary and specialty care, and rehabilitation services.
Come see the all-new 2019 Ram 1500, the most luxurious and technologically advanced truck on the market, featuring the class-exclusive 12-inch touchscreen and also the most interior room found in a truck today. We guarantee that you won't get hurt when buying your next new Ram truck from Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where we're putting the fun back in the car buying experience. We're just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
Hi, are you on oxygen? At Anderson's Medical Products, we have the widest selection and lowest prices in the Valley on portable oxygen concentrators. See your doctor and then see us. 812-234-6084.
We're your calm before, during, and after the storm. Download the WTWO News app today. Your local weather authority with Alyssa Andrews.
Hey everybody, welcome back. And again on the tropical tracker, looking at Tropical Storm Michael. So it did lose its hurricane status once it drops down to winds of 39 to 74 miles an hour, becomes a tropical storm. So now currently at 50 miles an hour on the winds. And you'll notice too, again from yesterday, the movement. So the wind speed has lowered down to 50 miles an hour, but the movement has increased. And as those wind speeds go down a little bit, we're going to see it start to move faster. So now at 23 miles an hour, still moving northeast. And we put it into motion, and you'll notice it also keeps its tropical storm status for the duration of its time over land. At least the current path has it doing that right now, and then turns into that center of low pressure as this makes its way on and out of the U.S. Hurricane Michael, let's back this up just real quick. Actually, I want to show you. So now we see the thing we were talking about yesterday with the eye of the hurricane right there nearing into South Carolina. But if you look here, you can see already the Carolinas seeing all of that rain early already. So hasn't technically passed in there yet, but the rain is all right there. And what's interesting too is to look at the rainfall coming up next 48 hours. Look how dry it is behind the path of the hurricane. So it's kind of weird to see it like that with just this section that was hit so hard by such a big, strong Category 4 hurricane, you know, to see it just drying right behind it the next day. All right, downtown Terre Haute on the Great Red Post building cam, a few more clouds rolling in, so it's been a nice sunny day, but we've also seen some clouds edging in as well. Temperatures currently 63 in Indy, 58 in Evansville, so just keep a snapshot of this. We're going to flip this over. There is a little bit of a wind chill. Quite a bit there actually in Indy. It's 11 degrees colder what it actually feels like there. So now to that point of time in the year we see a wind chill becoming a factor. Over the next couple of days here on the day planner, still stays cool, and these temperatures are pretty typical for middle of November, but we're in the middle of October here, so a little cooler than normal, and then we drop down way below. They're 49 degrees. That's way below normal. Coming up or here this morning, that was actually our early morning low we hit, which felt pretty cold, but keep in mind, that was still 2 degrees above normal. And it goes back to we've had such warm mornings the last few weeks here, way above normal with temps in the low 70s. So now we're getting back down to seasonal conditions. It's just this daytime high in the mid 50s that, of course, now is 15 almost degrees below normal. So definitely starting to cool off. For the rest of the day, we're going to see temperatures just rise a couple of degrees here. We were already in the upper 40s, low 50s this morning, and so we didn't change a whole lot on the temps. And then we're going to start to drop down even lower for this evening. So now still from this time yesterday, we're down 20 degrees, give or take in some locations. So down 18 degrees cooler now in Terre Haute. These temperatures yesterday, a lot of us in the upper 60s, low 70s. Also, we've got this breeze, so that's what's, adding to our wind chill factor, making it feel cooler than it is by, more than 10 degrees in some places. And then now that snow right there, Minnesota moving on north. We got some now moving into the Colorado area, just kind of north of Colorado and Montana. But there's Michael again, Tropical Storm Michael making its way up the East Coast. And then here at home, it's been like this a lot. And we're seeing clear, dry and clearing conditions. There is a small chance of rain coming up for Friday afternoon, so I'm going to put this, let it get here, and it does look like it's going to be pretty light, but the thing is, it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow, so temperature is going to start to drop as we get into Friday. The rain itself doesn't look like to be necessarily a problem, not heavy or anything, but with the temperatures getting colder, there's going to be a little bit of a breeze out there. It'll feel uncomfortable.
So scarves, fleece jackets, rain boots, be prepared.
Yes, especially for people heading out for Friday night football games. Yes. It's going to be kind of uncomfortable for that one, I think. Yeah. Well, Hurricane Michael is now a tropical storm heading up the East Coast.
It tore through the Florida Panhandle Wednesday. Oscar Jimenez has more.
I still can't believe it.
People in the Florida Panhandle are taking in the toll of Hurricane Michael.
It's a lot of loss. Thank goodness everybody else is safe.
Florida took a direct hit Wednesday from the historic storm.
Hurricane Michael is the worst storm that the Florida Panhandle has ever seen, and one of the worst power storms to ever make landfall in the United States.
Winds of up to 155 miles per hour tore through trees, power lines, and buildings like this one. The family business Brandon Troop and his wife Sydney planned on opening this weekend. Now gone.
Really an eye-opener on, taking things like this serious.
Officials now focusing on recovery and helping those affected by the storm.
We're turning 100% of our focus on search and rescue.
But it's not just Florida. Michael is now the first major hurricane to track into Georgia since 1898. As the storm makes its way north and east, thousands of customers across Georgia and Alabama have lost power. And now parts of South Carolina under tropical storm watch brace for possible flooding.
And then you're going to see rainfall through South and North Carolina, and dumping 4 to 6 inches of rain in rivers that are already saturated and haven't really receded much from Florence a couple weeks ago.
Man, we're really getting hit with, hurricane season, and of course the American Red Cross is looking for volunteers to help out in that situation there.
Yeah, a lot of help needed. Strong hurricane season.
Yes. Well, Alyssa, I think we can learn a thing or two from this story coming up. We know that too much screen time can't be good for you, but did you know it can actually impact your child's brain development? Up next in our Health Minute.
Get the clearest views of the Wabash Valley with the Skywatch Network on WAWV. Plus, you can view the cameras online anytime at mywabashvalley.com. Brought to you by Graber Post Buildings.
Businesses across the Wabash Valley are getting local.
This is what Joe Donnelly said about outsourcing American jobs to Mexico.
It's wrong, it's shameful, and it's un-American.
Then Donnelly got caught. Turns out Donnelly's family business outsourced jobs to Mexico, hurting Americans. And Donnelly made tens of thousands of dollars off the backs of low-wage earners. That's not just hypocritical.
It's wrong, it's shameful, and it's un-American.
We couldn't agree more. America First Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Andrews Heating is the trusted, independent, American Standard heating and air conditioning customer care dealer in the Wabash Valley. Call Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Hi, I'm Craig the Car Guy Curry. I started selling cars in 1992. My favorite thing about selling cars is when someone comes to me with a need and I can sit down and discuss it, figure out what's the best opportunity for them, and then we can go out and find that perfect car, and as I say, we're putting dreams in driveways. I'm Craig the Car Guy Curry with Silverthorne Auto Group, and I look forward to working for you. Stop by so we can put a dream in your driveway today.
I bet some people watch these ads and say, that could never happen to me. I don't smoke that much, so I'm not really a smoker. Well, I didn't think I smoked that much either, but I still got oral cancer, and it came back twice. Now I have no jaw and no teeth. My tip is, if you smoke, you're a smoker, just like I was.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
This is local news that matters. WAWV News at Noon continues.
Your kids' health might be dramatically impacted by how much time they're spending staring at screens. Reed Binion has our Health Minute.
Phones, computers, TVs, even the watch on your wrist. Screens have become a crucial part of our day-to-day lives. But are they hurting your child's development? According to a new study published by The Lancet, cutting back your kids' screen time to 2 hours a day or less can lead to better brain function. Limiting screen time isn't the only factor in cognitive development. Kids who slept well and were more active functioned better. Experts recommended 9 to 11 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night, and at least 60 minutes of physical activity a day, combined with cutting back on screen time. Those who met all three of those goals had improved perception and cognition. Health officials say all three impact cognitive development independently, but combining the three is key. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
A mysterious and rare polio-like disease has been diagnosed numerous times over the past months in various states. Illinois has seen several cases of acute flaccid myelitis. AFM attacks the nervous system, causing limb weakness, swallowing difficulty, or slurred speech. 2-year-old Julia Payne of Illinois has been fighting it for nearly a month. The toddler was released to rehab this week and is showing signs of improvement. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says 38 cases of AFM have been reported through September this year in 16 states. Camden Stravers is another case. He went from being a rambunctious 3-year-old to a child with a partially paralyzed arm and lungs so weak he needs oxygen.
She went in for an x-ray and couldn't hold her head up by herself anymore, which was very strange.
It's extremely scary, and just, the reality of the unknown.
There's currently no cure for AFM, and officials aren't sure how it spreads or why there's been a recent uptick. There are several possible causes, including viruses, environmental toxins, and genetic disorders. Most cases reported are in children. A popular children's drink was found with an extra ingredient by one Hoosier dad. Now he's giving a warning to fellow parents. Cameron Hardwick of Columbus, Indiana, said he found mold in a Capri Sun pouch last month that he was going to give to his 3-year-old. Hardwick videotaped his findings and took his concerns a step further, calling the manufacturer Kraft, which he says identified the substance as mold caused by a micropuncture. This product has faced similar issues in the past. Even the Capri Sun website details why mold can end up in a juice pouch with a microscopic hole.
I just wanted to make other parents, grandparents aware of the issue so that they can make their own decision of whether to purchase the product or not. Once you deal with the safety and health of your children and children that you know, even if you don't have any of your own, that's concerning, and you want to share that with other people.
The Kraft manufacturer website says that it invested millions of dollars in packaging and quality to make pouches even stronger and more resistant to air leaks. Cameron is hoping that his posting on Facebook on this situation will raise awareness. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Your Weather Authority brought to you by Dorset Mitsubishi. Come in and test drive the all-new Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross.
It's a night of rock and roll with 1964, the tribute at the Indiana Theater. Saturday, October 20th at 8 p.m. Hailed by critics and fans alike as the most authentic and endearing Beatles tribute band on earth. And they're coming to Terre Haute, Saturday, October 20th. Get your tickets now at itickets.com or by phone at 800-965-9324. All are welcome at the Indiana Theater, featuring 1964, the tribute. Hailed the best Beatles tribute on earth. Get your tickets now.
I'm going to use these boxes right here in this pickup to set the record straight. Mike Braun is attacking me on outsourcing, but these are his auto parts, made in China. Me? My brother inherited my dad's small stamping company, and I haven't worked there in over 20 years. I voted against every bad trade deal at Hertz Hoosiers, and Mike Braun has used those same trade deals to outsource Hoosier jobs to China. That's the difference. I'm Joe Donnelly, I'm made in America, and I approve this message.
Come home to comfort, style, and value. At Shuey's Furniture and Mattress, you'll find quality furniture and room groups you will love to come home to. Trusted brands and knowledgeable service from a hometown name. Shuey's offers free local delivery and easy on-the-spot financing. Shop Shuey's Furniture and Mattress today on Highway 40 East in Brazil and just off the square in Greencastle.
Wednesday, November 14th, we're celebrating country music's biggest night.
The CMA Awards. Thank y'all so much.
You can win 2 tickets to the CMA Awards in Nashville.
I love my fans.
See it live and get a 2-night hotel stay plus VIP prizes.
Country music, man. I love you guys.
The CMA Awards live Wednesday, November 14th on ABC.
1 entry per person, must be 18 or older to enter. Sweepstakes ends October 15th. For official rules and to register, visit mywabashvalley.com or at J.K. Mitchell in Casey, Illinois.
If you want a night of luxury, Alyssa, here it is. You're looking at the most expensive hotel suite in the U.S. It's at the Mark Hotel in New York's Upper East Side, and it costs $75,000 a night. The suite is 10,000 square feet. It boasts 5 bedrooms, 4 fireplaces, 6 bathrooms, and 2 wet bars. The living room has a 26-foot ceiling and is large enough to be converted into a grand ballroom if you need one. There's also a 2,500 square foot rooftop terrace with a view of Central Park.
Wow. Okay, question. If you only have 5 bedrooms only, why do you need 6 fireplaces? How can you have more fireplaces than bedrooms?
That's actually a good point, but you know what? Fireplaces are the most fireplaces you can have is good with me.
Let's just all put our salaries together.
Yeah,
and do it.
And we could all stay. The entire station could stay there for one night. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay. Let's take you outside of the Greater Post building, Cam. We're going to be living like that one day, Sadie. All right. There's a few clouds out there, and does not feel the greatest. 51 degrees outside and a little bit of a wind chill, too. So feeling a little bit cooler this afternoon. Feels more like the middle of November, but we'll handle it. 35 degrees for the overnight low, so things are going to get much cooler as you head into tomorrow morning.
Thanks for joining us for News at Noon.
And the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
Those pancakes smell great.
What are you doing with those?
Luke and I are doing a recycling drive. If we collect enough bottles, they build a school in Africa.
Wouldn't that be so cool to go to a school made out of bottles?
That would certainly be a